Hey guys, how you doing? Uncle Bob here, back once again with another video, and today we're going to be doing the DVD movie review of The Final. Sad to say, but all good things must finally come to an end, unfortunately. That's just the way it goes. Uh, yeah, so it's the review of obviously Mission Impossible Final Reckoning, the last Mission Impossible, and that's it. There's going to be no more now. As I said, yeah, sad to say, and it's been a pretty epic franchise that I think started in '96, I believe it was the first one, and then yeah, last one being at the beginning of this year. Quite some time ago now, because this took a while to get released. I don't know if there was some delay, but yeah, ages and ages. Because it was released a long while ago, I believe. And then it just come out on DVD about a week ago, I believe. Yeah, it's the final one. It's been really good. Tom Cruise hanging up his Ethan Hunt boots for the final time. Yeah, so yeah, great franchise, and it's one of the really good franchises. Tom Cruise, I still think he's the best action star that has been in the last. I think I mean, he's been one of the top action stars for years, but I think lately he's sort of like really just stepped it up with the Mission Impossibles and then other films that he's made. He's sort of like been pretty much top. I mean, he's just. I mean, what can you say? He's just a class act. And to be honest, I personally think he's got better as he's got older because he's really just stepped up. He's been making these Mission Impossibles, these sequels, Jack Reacher, quite a few other films. I mean, he's just really stepped it up. But yeah, he's just a brilliant actor. Does all his own stunts, I believe, as well. As he got injured while he was doing one of his own stunts. So yeah, you have to hand it to him. He's really he's really put a pretty good shift in. Yeah, and he's just fantastic. And he's been brilliant in this. To be honest, he's owned it really. I can't think of anyone that could have done a better job. To be honest, I mean it's his uh, it's his it's his franchise. To be honest, yeah, and he's been brilliant. Uh, as I said, there's the artwork. I believe the artwork's different from because when I pre-ordered this from HMV, and the artwork for this cover was different. It was like the plane, the plane scene. It was the epic stunt scene during that. But when I received it, I was quite surprised because it's a different cover. I don't know whether they went for this with Tom being on the front because it's the last one, and they wanted to give him a good send off. I think it's a cool cover to have him, seen as though it's the last one, and it's him that's what's made this franchise as good as it is, to be honest. So I think they went for that. I think it's a cool cover and a fitting farewell to the man, the legend. It says it on there, extraordinary. We'll come to that in a minute. And there's a scene which is an epic scene at the end there. It's got 4 stars there. I'll be letting you know my review in just a moment. Yeah, there's an epic underwater scene that Tom's in. Now, I'm not 100% sure because I don't know. I'm guessing that he could have done that scene, but I'm not sure. But would have held his breath for a very, very long time because it's an extraordinarily long, epic underwater scene there. And there's a few other images from certain scenes in the movie, and there's all the info there, director, screenplay, and all that, cast, director, and then the certificates, clarifications, whatever. There's that. DVD is quite basic on the inside. Just that. Now, said the last one. Oh yeah, cast. Well, you know the man himself, Tom, who's in all of them. And then yeah, the other cast, Simon Pegg, that was in all the others. Well, pretty much all the others. I don't know if he's the first couple, but like quite a few after that. From like third or fourth one upwards. And then the last. Vin Rhymes, who's been in quite a lot of them as well. A couple of the other usual people, and a couple of new people as well. Now let's just go on to the movie. It being the last one, I did have really good high hopes about this. Leading all the way up to it, to the last few films, and then Final Reckoning Part 1 was really epic, and it was sort of leaning towards it was going to be a really epic thing, and he was going to find out, maybe get to the full story of, you know, why Tom was picked to do what he did in the first place, why there was a betrayal, maybe come full circle to all the whole thing, and you know, really looking forward to it from the previous film. Thought it was going to be pretty epic, and it is. It is certainly pretty epic. You know, it's a lengthy movie that's, you know, that's going to be enjoyable, and it's got, you know, epic scenes, epic stunts, epic fight sequences. The acting is fairly good. Tom is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, and all that. Now here's the the bad news. Unfortunately, with it being two-part, it sort of is a bit disappointing because it's sort of not the epic conclusion to the end of it as I had hoped. I was hoping sort of like maybe a big return of someone that previously died in the other films, or someone that had been in it and then made a huge return at the end. We didn't get that. Unfortunately, you know, I was hoping that I believe what's his name was in the other oh god, what is his name again? The one that was in the first movie. God, I've forgotten his name now. Charlie Sheen's half brother played Billy the Kid. I can't think of his name now. I should know. This is one of my favourite actors. But yes, it's completely gone out of my mind. You know, it was Billy the Kid. Yeah, I was hoping that someone like him would return, and maybe not. You know, yeah, I was just disappointed slightly. It's just, yeah, it just didn't really. You know, it just wasn't the epic conclusion I was hoping for. I was hoping for something a bit exceptional. Because, you know, leading up to all those films and getting to the end, and then it's sort of like, you know, it could have been. I mean, it's only my opinion, but I just think it could have been, yeah, something. Yeah, I think it was a bit of a letdown in that aspect. I do believe, really, that the Final Reckoning Part 1 should have actually been the end, or maybe the one before that. they seemed more like they could have been the end rather than this. It's sort of like maybe it dragged on a bit too long, and it should have been Final Reckoning. That should have been the end and not a two-part. They made a mistake and not done a two-part, and instead of it should have been just the end. Because I think that could have been a really good ending. As I said, even the one before, maybe it's dragged out. Sort of like Fire Reckoning Part 1, and then, you've got to wait another 3, 4, whatever years for the last one. And it's sort of like, oh, yeah. And I don't know whether people just got fed up and just thought, oh, I've got to wait for the effort. And then sort of by the time it came out, it's like, And as I said, yeah, it just could have been a better ending, if I'm being honest. As I said, it could have been the other thing is some of this now the art scenes, the stunt scenes, and the action scenes are epic. However, I think they go on too long. Don't get me wrong, they are epic and they are good. However, because this is a movie, it just felt like it was almost like a stunt show where it's just going on and on and on. I think, you know, for a movie, I think it needs to be kept to a certain time limit. When it's like when you see an action scene, I mean, it can't go on for like 20 or 30 minutes. It's got to keep to, it's not a stunt show. It is a movie at the end of the day. And it just felt it went on too long, as if it's like a stunt show rather than a movie scene. And it just felt like it was going on and on. And it's sort of almost, yeah, it just felt like he was watching a stunt show rather than it being a scene, because it was so long. It seems like it's just overly long. And yeah, I just think it could have been shorter. Could have, you could do these things good, but they don't have to be as long. It's like, a lot of good movies and a lot of good scenes. They don't have to go on as long. Just to be good. But that's my feeling. As I said, they are epic, but for me, yeah, in a movie they needed to be short and just went on too long. I think overall the movie is too long. I don't say it being the end, yeah, the last one ever, but maybe 15 minutes too long, possibly even 20 minutes. Could have been done better. And just kept way shorter rather than it appearing to be a stunt show sequence rather than a movie sequence. That's my feeling towards that. But with that being said, as I said, slightly disappointing by the end. Could have been a lot better than what I was hoping for. As I said, the scenes, could have been shorter rather than that. But yeah, I mean, overall in general, it's pretty good. But don't sort of get if you haven't seen this, don't sort of get your hopes up too much, because it is a bit disappointing. I won't tell you exactly what happens, but yeah, it's just not. I mean, as I said, it's just my opinion. You might enjoy it if you haven't seen this. I mean, you will enjoy it to a certain extent, but slightly disappointed. And you may disagree with what I said, but let's be. I'm not going to be too harsh on this because it is the last one. And despite those few things that slightly disappointed, I'm going to go and say maybe a 7 on this. Just because of as I said, I think the scenes are just slightly overlong and just more like a stunt sequence. And then the end just being slightly disappointing, hoping for sort of like a big return, which just didn't come. And yeah, I was slightly disappointed by the. As I said, I don't really want to sort of say too much going into the actual story, but yeah, at the end it sort of it did come full circle, but I was just hoping for something, and it's just disappointing that it for a franchise that's gone on this long and been really good, that it had right, it's going to come to an end, but it could have been just really really epic than it was. And as I said, I think they maybe slightly messed it up a bit. As I said, it should have been the last one, maybe in the last one, even maybe before. But yeah, Tom, regardless of all that, is just fantastic. And even this is the end. I hope it's not the end of making other films. I hope we're going to see a few more. I hope he's not going to hang up his boots in general for the movie franchise just yet. But yeah, that's the review of this and the end. So guys, that's the end of this. Hope you guys enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next video. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now. See you soon.